think the world's in pretty bad shape right now. You know what? It should have been around in 1987. Actually, most of you were around in 1987. And our memories are kind of short. Following World War II, there were two great influences, spheres of influence in Europe. One was the Russians, and the other was the West, led pretty much by us. The demarcation between these two spheres of influence, communist and capitalist for the most part, was something that Winston Churchill called the Iron Curtain. It was an awesome thing to cross the Iron Curtain, regardless of which way you went. Pete Seeger wrote a song, not for this, prior to that, for civil rights, but it applies. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer out danger, I'd hammer out warning. And we in Dayton had a pretty heavy hand on that hammer. Two institutions necessary. We all know the great Air Force Museum, largest one in the world, and the Mound, making nuclear weapons. And the Russians responded with a heavy hand on their hammer. So Dayton had, you give a heavy hand, you get a heavy hand back, or maybe is that the other way around? You receive a heavy hand and you give one back. There's another verse to that song that Pete Seeger wrote, and it was, if I had a bell, I'd ring it in the morning, I'd ring it in the evening, I'd ring it around about love between the brothers and the sisters all over this world. And so back in 1987, two other great institutions in Dayton, Ohio. One was the Lorenz Publishing Company. They published more handbell music than anybody else in the United States. And also their editor-in-chief, Ellen Jane Lorenz, was the chief bell choir composer. Believe it or not, she lived in Bethany Village toward the end of her life. Also, the American Guild of English Handbell Ringers was the headquarters, major headquarters of the whole United States was here in Dayton, run by Andy and Helen Flanagan. And maybe you can correct me, but I think they also were members here at Bethany, or at residence. In 1987, 2 years before the wall came down, kind of a crescendo in the Cold War, we, representing Dayton, took the gift of a set of handbells to East Germany, and one of them was given by the Bishop of Thuringia to Gotha. Cindy and I and another boy from our church loaded these bells into a VW van. We had landed in Frankfurt, crossed the Iron Curtain. The guards had no idea what on earth kind of a weapon we were bringing in there. It was a weapon of love, of course. And we had a week of training for this unbelievable number of kids that showed up. We didn't know if anyone would show up. The youngest one of them was 8 years old. And he is the director of the choir that you are going to hear and completely love, I'm sure. So we think we at Dayton here had a soft hand on a bell that we took across the Iron Curtain and bringing love all over the world. And today we're going to be the recipients of that love.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having us here. Welcome to our concert. We are so excited to be again here. Some of our younger ringers are the first time in the US. Some of the older are with us in the last more than the last time or times. The last time we were here was in 2019. Maybe someone of you remember our concert here, and we are happy to be again here and starting our 2 weeks tour at Bethany Village. Thank you for coming to our concert. So you have the program list, and we play a selection of those pieces. We started with the original composition of Katie Mokovast's Caravan of Praise. And we will go on with another piece of her. It's the Fantasia Misterioso. And I hope you will enjoy it, have fun with our program. Thanks for coming, and much fun with Fantasia Misterioso. Another favorite composer of handbell music is Arnold Sherman, and we have always some arrangements and compositions of him in our program, and we will go on with Allegro Glorioso. And it's a much fun piece of music because there are so many different techniques. The chimes will be rung, the bells, we use the mallets, and so different sounds with handbells and chimes. That's really fun, and it's always fast beginning and ending, and a lovely quiet part in the middle. So there's everything in one piece, what we like in handbell music in one piece. So it's really a great composition. Arnold B. Sherman, Allegro Glorioso. Thank you so much. And also, Arnold Sherman did arrangements of famous popular classical music, and so we will go on with an arrangement of the first movement of the famous Perkind suite from Edvard Grieg, and it's called The Morning, and in Germany it's a very, very famous tune. I think maybe you will also remember the melody. So we will go on with Morning, arrangement by Arnold Sherman, composed Edvard Grieg from the Perkind. suite. two people here, I want to thank them for so many things, because that we are able to ring with handbell since 38 years in Gotha, and now we are the handbell choir in Germany with the most members. We have 5 different groups, from little children to adults. The oldest ringer is my mother with 82. So all of them are ringing with the 49 bells you brought us in 1987. And now we have some bells more, but you did the beginning, and you gave us the possibility to learn so much about this wonderful music and to come together as maybe in different groups, but we feel as one choir. Sometimes we go with all groups on concert tours because we feel as one big family, and all this, many people who run with handbells in the last 38 years are so thankful for this wonderful gift you did. Thank you, Larry and Cindy Hofses. So we go on with the Handbell Quartet, and it's an arrangement of the well-known song, It Is Well With My Soul. another song, another melody you will know, I'm sure. It's a song we also well know in Germany for different times in the year as Christmas song, also for the time in the Passion before Easter. And so there are different lyrics for this melody, and so we decided, if you know it as a Christmas song or for Easter or for any other time in the year, I think we can play it also in the summer, because there are different meanings of this melody with different lyrics. And it's the song Now the Green Blade Riseth. And we play a wonderful arrangement from Kevin McChesney. We will go on with a wonderful original composition, and the composer had a wonderful idea. I think it's a wonderful idea. He took 5 notes. The note B, E, A, C, and again E. And so with a little trick, so it's not B, it's a P, it's the word peace. And he thought meditation over those 5 notes about the theme of peace. And I think it's never, well, it's always an important theme to think about peace, and actually right in these times, I think it's really important, and we want to play it in each concert program. I think it's necessary to remembering how happy we are. We in East Germany had a revolution without any war, without blood, so we had a peaceful revolution, and we will remember how important and how necessary peace in the world is. So let's play the meditations on the theme of peace. Thank you so much. And we will come to the end of our concert program, and we will finish with another famous melody. It's called the Schenker Melody, and it's an arrangement for Laura Page. It's "'Tis a Gift to Be Simple." Thank you for coming. Thank you for letting us being here. We had a great lunch here. We met wonderful people, and it's great to start our concert tour here at Bethany. Thank you so much, and I wish you all the best. Stay healthy, as good as possible. But I think that's the most important thing, to be happy and healthy. So we hope we can bring you a little bit of happiness with our music. Maybe you want an encore? So, you have the long list with all the tunes you could play. so it's not that hard to figure out that we want to play more. So we go on with an original composition as an encore. It's Allegro con moto, Jason Krug. He's my age, American composer, I think with a name, maybe he has German grandparents or something like that. So I wrote sometimes with him when we have Facebook, because we did a recording of this tune, and he found it in the internet, and he loved it and wrote me. So maybe you like it too. Allegro con moto, Jason Krug. Thank you so much for coming, and have a nice afternoon after the concert. If you want, you can come to us, we can talk a little bit. And then we have to pack our stuff because we have another concert in the evening.
Amen.